Oh, well, everybody know who I want next. I want Terrence Crawford next.
You're going to make that happen?
Huh?
You're going to make that happen?
Oh, definitely. That's the fight that I want. That's the fight everybody else want. Like I said, I'm going to get these straps and I'm going to go over there and take his shit too.
All right. Errol, congratulations. Terrific fight this evening.
Thank you, man. Now, strap season, I know what time it is, baby. Terrence, I'm coming for that motherfucking belt.
All right.
I'm not catching fades anymore. Gotta keep my hands clean when they come for the bar. Keep it smooth like a dawn, making moves in the dark. Cause I learned how to swim in the pool full of sharks. Now they coaches, cause they can't read all his motions. How the kid never switch codes, but he code switch focus. Staring down your team with a frozen, ice cold look that could end the summer solstice. Cause I'm more like the top dog. Keep on running game and the gang will accost y'all. I be calling plays from a plane while I'm off court. But we ain't the same, you a lame, I'm a mob star. Actually, I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe, I'm the kingpin. They know I'm a dog and a beast, man. Yeah, I keep the peace with a piece, man. I ain't got no time for a piece, man. Why would I respond to a pawn? I'm the... Hold up!
If I let my dogs off the leash, then you might want to get out of Dodge by the evening. Honestly, think it's not the blood and the beef. If they don't leave anything behind at the evening.
I can see you soft, ever thought about retreating. If you never have, then they'll give you a reason. Better watch your tone, lose your bass when you speaking. Underneath the mask is the wrath of a beast. When you learn how to smile in their face, then go cutthroat. Then they want to call you a con when the blood cold. I remember starving while y'all had a truckload. Now I'm with the mob with the call and the gusto. I'm a top dog on a stat sheet. Off court, but I call plays for the athlete. Laughing when the cop cars try to catch me. Cause I rolled off in a taxi. Put my feet up, I'm relaxing. Singing Figaro with no accent. While I pull strings from the streets in. Do it all with a straight face, I'm the kingpin. Top dog, top flow, boss mode. I'm the kingpin. Showstopper, top dog, God vibe. I'm the kingpin.
What's going on, everybody? What's happening? It's your boy Pool Kind of Boxing in the building. What's happening, everybody? Man, what a great night of boxing. What's going on? Cooking with Frank. What's going on? One of the 300 has arrived. You know how we do. You know, hey man, I told y'all that if Claressa came out there and Falumaloom that girl, oh man. It's a wonderful thing, but god damn, bro. I mean, that's not what we're used to. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna give her flowers for what she did. But we're gonna have to talk about it. We're gonna have to talk about it. She whipped that girl ass so bad. It was crazy. It was crazy. I looked up, and you know, I'm gonna say this. You know, Vanessa, she had heart. She had heart. She went out there and she faced and it's a unique fighter, somebody who had a vast amount of experience. Because if you're gonna get your ass whipped, you're gonna get your ass whipped best. And I'm talking about somebody who was, you know what I'm saying, they fostered and forged their skills in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? She got Olympic experience. You know what I'm saying? She's got pro experience. She done won championship after championship. So if you're going to get your ass whipped, there's no shame in getting beat by the best. And Claressa is the best, bro. I mean, it's not like it's some chick that, you know what I'm saying, that was a garbage, you know, working on the back of a garbage truck. It wasn't like Claressa was a cab driver. No, she fought the best of her generation. And I would say, if I was a boxer, you know what I'm saying, and I was a pro boxer, I want to get beat by the best of my generation. I don't want to get beat by some trash fighter that just come in off the street that was a cab driver and just put them hands on me. You know what I'm saying? Make me look pedestrian out there. No, she fought. How many people can say that they went out there and challenged the best of their generation and got full alone? You know what I'm saying? It was expected, even though Claressa was moving up in weight. Look at the vast experience she had over this chick. So, and then this was a big, this was a big event. Claressa is a star, man. Now, people don't want to look at it that way, but the things she has done in boxing, we haven't seen on the other side. Now, we've seen Terrence Crawford, you know what I'm saying? He's got two, two undisputed titles, you know what I'm saying, from what he has done, but he's still behind Claressa Shields. We have seen no man, and of course, back in the day, they only had one belt for these things. So, you know what I'm saying? So it would have been easier back in the day. Well, I can't say easier because you had more guys who was coming from that poverty side of life. So you had a lot of scrappers that didn't have the name or the promotion back then. If you wasn't backed by the mob or you wasn't backed by people who was in boxing back then, some of the greatest fighters never really got the call to come in and face the champion. You know what I'm saying? Back then, they froze a lot of people out way back in the day. So really, boxing history has always had this little sore on its history because some of the best guys never got shots, right? Jack Johnson and what was that guy named? Charlie something, you know what I'm saying? He wouldn't fight that guy. He wouldn't give the black guys opportunities. He did fight them like one time, or he would fight them unofficially. You know what I'm saying? He would do shit like that, but when it came to the belt on the line, he wouldn't give them a chance to take that title because he enjoyed beating, the white champions who wouldn't fight Negro boxers in official capacity before he actually got in the ring with them, right? So, he would fight like, saying that the athletic black guys, saying off, somewhere behind a barn or something like that. But, nowadays, saying guys are, they have more of an opportunity, but we still got guys who are getting frozen out. Like David Benavidez, he is getting frozen out. You know what I'm saying? He should have had a shot at 168, but because of Canelo's status, you know what I'm saying, he can do what the hell he want to do. He don't have to take these kind of risks, which is bullshit in boxing. So Claressa, she has beaten all the politics on the female side, even though she should be a bigger star, I believe, you know what I'm saying? But I do believe if she played the game right, and did all the aesthetics that the system wants her to see, like be more humble and maybe be into white guys. I think she would have contracts, endorsements. I think she would probably be a damn near billionaire if she played the game. But she's authentic. She stands up. She stands on what she believes. And that's a problem for a lot of black athletes. If you come in cocky, you know what I'm saying? And most athletes are cocky. I don't care if you're black, white, Asian. I don't give a fuck. Everybody's cocky. When you are out there knocking other trained fighters out, you're going to be cocky. You're going to feel like you can dominate any and everybody, right? So they try to make it seem like, or the system, the media try to make it seem like there's something wrong with believing in yourself. You have to pump yourself up psychologically to beat up somebody who's trained to defeat you, somebody who's watching and they're preparing for you, right? So, you got to believe in yourself because sometimes, it's going to come down to that grit, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes the shit that you do in the ring, they've studied for it, they prepared for it. And sometimes it's just that heart that separates you, that determination to win. And I think Claressa Shields is an example of that, man. She just digs deep, and she got so much experience now that, a lot of women can't catch up with her, you know what I'm saying? Because of her unique background. Now, there are women who have some of the same background as Claressa, but she's like a Michael Jordan. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people that trained with Michael Jordan, and there was a few athletes better than Michael Jordan, but they didn't have the same consistency or they didn't have the same look. Look at LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? These athletes, they prepare their way so they can last and have consistency. And that's what Claressa Shields has done on her side. She makes sure she's ready. She makes sure she trains. She makes sure she stay prepared and ready to fight these uh these things that she's got to do in the ring. And it's monotonous. You know what I'm saying? We don't give them full credit for the monotony that they have. They have to lead a certain kind of lifestyle to stay on top. Takes a lot of discipline. Takes a lot of discipline to become a champion, and then to become a champion in multiple weight classes is unheard of. It's absolutely unheard of, right? To come up to heavyweight and not only put on the performance the way she has done, bro. I mean, I did not expect Claressa Shields to come out there and Falumaloom, this big backed chick, you know, heavy hands, heavy legs. I thought she would be able to eat Claressa shots, you know what I'm saying, like candy, you know what I'm saying, and keep coming. That's what I was afraid of. But shit, Claressa went out there and just her power was, I mean, when she was on the ropes, it was one point, because you know, LePage, she's come, you know, she's a pressure fighter. But she ran right into that fucking right. She ran right into that fucking right hook when Claressa was on the ropes. Claressa is great off the ropes, y'all. You know, when you fighting a skilled fighter and they get on them ropes, that's when you got to look out for what's coming back. And Claressa got some nice combinations, bro. And when she caught her with that motherfucking right, I was like, and she staggered, I was like, it's over. This chick here can't take a fucking punch. I was like, I thought she had a chin, you know what I'm saying? Looking at her face, I mean, I thought her face had taken a lot of battering, you know what I'm saying? And from the fights I've seen, looked like she could take a lick. But whatever that was that Claressa hit her with, that shit was just too quick. It was too powerful. She wasn't ready for it. She didn't see it because she was so, I think the moment she was so into her offense that she was just concentrating, trying to bully Claressa and keep on the ropes. She wasn't thinking about that right hook that was coming to her fucking jaw. And I think it was a right hook or a right cross or something like that. Cause that shit hit her ass and she was like drunk, bro. And she hit that goddamn canvas quick. I was like, oh my God, bro, she can't even make this shit a fight. You know what I'm saying? And they was trying to make it look like LePage was gonna be some kind of problem for the GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? And the GWOAT, we got to give her respect. We definitely got to give her respect. He said Claressa was on SNAC 2 pool. Y'all kill me with the, and you know, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. You know, we're gonna talk about the SNAC thing, man, because them people who get on SNAC, oh my. How come SNAC helped everybody but Devin Haney? SNAC has helped Terrence Crawford. It has helped Claressa. Who else is on SNAC? It's a lot of people on SNAC. It helped all these other fighters, but poor Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't. His body just couldn't get the you know, the benefits of being on SNAC. You know what I'm saying? I guess SNAC and PEDs are different. I mean, because whatever Ryan was on, that's what the hell Devin should have been on. He said she's a better athlete than the women she's fighting. Says she just runs her mouth way too much, too disrespectful, and that's why she gets the hate. But women are assholes. You know, that's their weapon. Women use their mouths as weapon. You know this. When women get emotional and shit, they go for a jugular, bro. They will break a motherfucker down. That's how women talk shit. They go personal with it. They go for the looks. They go for, you know what I'm saying, they brag. You know, we're not used to seeing women brag like that. You know what I'm saying? We used to women being, you know what I'm saying, our helpmates. We used to seeing them in a more docile, submissive role. And that's not, I'm pretty sure Claressa's like that, maybe with a fiance, but you talk about just regular niggas, she's just gonna come out here. She's a fighter, she's a leader, she's a warrior. So what you expect? You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be just like any other dude that's talking shit in the ring. But she's a woman and she's really good at it. And she talk a lot. You know what I'm saying? She is a talker. Even I've seen her on an IG and she be saying a lot of extra shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when she's just defending herself against some allegation, she just be, but that's women. Women talk. That's what they love. They love to communicate. You know what I'm saying? They love the gum beat. you know what I'm saying? And they over explain themselves. But that's just part of being a girl. That's just part of being a woman. They're better. Men don't like to articulate like that. Now some dudes do. You know what I'm saying? You know how we feel about that. Some dudes, they do like to talk a goddamn lot. You know what I'm saying? They like to be all over the fucking YouTube, just talking and always up in the motherfucking camera. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, you got some articulate dudes out there that could be more concise, like Champ Side. You know what I'm saying? Champ Side can talk, but he don't overdo it. You know what I'm saying? He let other people get on and speak their piece. You know what I'm saying? And he's a smart dude. You know what I'm saying? So, but we know the difference. You know what I'm saying, between that. But Claressa is a talker, and she can talk a lot of shit. But I think she has to sell herself like that. You know what I'm saying? Or you really wouldn't be interested in seeing her fights. You know what I'm saying? If she wouldn't talk herself up. So a lot of people want to see Claressa Shields lose because of the persona that she's kind of built up, by talking about Keith Thurman and just coming off. And that makes you want to see her fight, see how she's gonna do. If she was just humble and it's women boxing, you don't want to see the shit. But I think she has an exciting style. I think she's really has cultivated her career to the point now where she is something special, you know what I'm saying? And she's always going towards the best fights too, which put her in another category, puts her in the category of the fighters that want the smoke, you know what I'm saying? And that puts her ahead of a lot of dudes, you know what I'm saying, that fight on this side, because you got a lot of dudes like Canelo that don't want to fight the best. They don't give a fuck about fighting the best. They just want to make money. You know what I'm saying? So that puts her ahead of a lot of people in boxing, bro. We got to give her flowers for that. You know what I'm saying? Even though the women's division isn't as deep as the men's side. But, you know what I'm saying? If they did have somebody out there, she would go for the smoke. She would not duck them. And I do believe that about Claressa Shields. I think that's something that's very admirable about her personality. Even win, lose, or draw, I think she'd go out there and try to fight the best. She said, DOG, what's happening, bro? He says, Katie scared to go up and weight too. Of course. Says excuses Claressa don't have. Yeah, you can't. Katie already know what time it is. She already got her ass beat before by, what was that chick named Suna something. That chick beat her ass, bro. She done lost a couple of times. But what's up, Rick, in the building? You said no, she isn't. She isn't the greatest boxer in American boxing, in American history. I mean, it could be argued she's in the conversation because of her accomplishments. Now, women boxing isn't very deep, and that's her problem. That's probably why, that's a big ass no, because women don't have the same kind of talent that men face. But there's no man that has the accomplishment that she had. I mean, if y'all can't think of one, I mean, let me know. Let me know of somebody who got, who can surpass her. Maybe Terrence Crawford could be. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he's on his way to a third undisputed. I mean, I just can't think of nobody who got the accolades that Claressa Shields has. You know what I'm saying? So, I think it could be argued, man. You know what I'm saying? That she is the greatest. She's the GWOAT, man. If there's anybody at heavyweight that y'all want to see her fight, man, let's call for that fight. I just saw Daniela Perkins. She's 41, man. She got heavy ass hands and looked like that might be a fight that Claressa may have to get on. Because that girl, she was fighting the Scotland chick last night on that card, and she was busting her ass up. And I was like, man, Claressa, shit, you have to face this chick, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but looking at the whole scheme of it, right? Looking at everything, Claressa, nobody can touch her accomplishments. So we can't give her the title as we could say she's the greatest female boxer ever. Can we give her that title? You know what I'm saying? I mean, maybe not the best fighter, American fighter ever, because Muhammad Ali was great, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, she's not a Muhammad Ali type of fighter, because Muhammad Ali was so many different things, saying to Black Americans back then. But that's going outside the scope of boxing because, Muhammad Ali was more of a leader, more of a civil rights leader. And so, he meant so many other things. But just strictly talking about boxing, saying Muhammad Ali was a heavyweight champion, but was he ever, I guess back then they had one belt. So I guess you could say he was undisputed. Um, um, at one point in time. I forget when they came up with the four belt system and they started coming up with all the different belt systems. But, I guess you could say, saying Muhammad Ali on the male side, he was one of the greatest. But, you had other guys that was moving to different weight classes. It's kind of a broad topic, man. You know what I'm saying, when you think about it. But when you think on the female side, it's more simple because they got more room to jump divisions, to grab more belts because of the lack of talent. But I do believe with Claressa going from the Olympics to, what I'm saying, the super welterweight to middleweight, and then, grabbing a light heavyweight and heavyweight division championship. That is amazing. That is fucking amazing, bro. I mean, that's not a small feat. We can't just turn our heads up at that shit and say, that shit's easy. No, she went through the fire to go grab that shit. He says, Tony C. Wright Investments Education for the Youth. He says, she said she's the greatest behind Ali and Floyd. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Layla Ali could have fucked with could have really fucked with Claressa. You know what I'm saying? He said, isn't Layla Ali 24-0? Yeah, but I mean, did you see what the boxer? She ducked Ann Wolf, and I didn't want her to fight Ann Wolf. She she beat Joe Frazier's daughter, but she ducked Ann Wolf, and she retired. You know what I'm saying? She retired, and I'm glad she did because I did not want to see that fight. And I know that's fucked up. Kapoor kind of boxing love the beautiful boxers, and I did not want to see her get Falumaloon. I didn't want to see that pretty face get Falumaloon. She's done that. Roy Jones did. Said just them two, and he said she only has 14 fights on top of that. Well, I mean, she pushed for the best, and like I said, women's boxing isn't very deep right now. She's kind of like the Cheryl Swoops right now of, saying the boxing generation right now. You know what I'm saying? So, because women basketball was evolving, back then, and now it's still, and boxing for women is still evolving. So you're now starting to see a little bit more super athletes get into it, and you're going to see more coordinated women get into the sport. You know what I'm saying? And be better at, slipping, setting up their punches and, moving more like men, with their own style and twist to it. So, it's evolving right now as we speak. What's going on, Charles Young? He says, I wonder how many KOs would she have if she went to heavyweight early. That's a good question. I think when you squeeze down into these lower divisions, your strength, and it's taking all the nutrients out of your body when you should be fighting at a bigger weight class. Who knows? She might have taken a loss or something, you know what I'm saying, if she would have developed in the heavyweight division, because, who knows how many fighters she didn't have to face from fighting at super welter and fighting at middleweight and all that kind of stuff. So she probably missed out fighting, somebody who could have got with her. But then again, she might have been strong as shit. And, saying nobody could have really messed with her because she has developed a lot of skills from the time she entered boxing to now. She has learned a lot of tricks. She's a veteran now. So, she's kind of like the Terrence Crawford of the women right now. So, I'm just saying as far as skills, Shakur, she has a lot of good skills in there. She can duck. She can slip up under punches. She can see. She can read. And they just can't out. And, she's just a little bit. She's about 3 steps ahead of where the women are right now in boxing. He says, "Oh, the SNAC. Y'all crazy with SNAC, man. Y'all are on the SNAC pack, man. So y'all really believe that SNAC has loaded to grow up. You know, say you know, if it's that serious, I mean, I really don't understand why federal agents don't get into this and investigate this SNAC product and see. You know, I know y'all said that Victor's kind of like a scientist who can make things that are undetectable. The power is interesting because not only this is something I thought that Devin would do to Ryan if he's with SNAC. I thought he would come out there and we would see a big power boost, right? And he would go out there and Falumaloom Ryan. And then I'd be like, I don't know, man. The SNAC shit gotta go. SNAC shit gotta go because these guys don't have power like that. But see the GWOAT do it. You know, it's kind of like it's one of them biased things because you know I'm for the GWOAT. I'm for the GWOAT, you know what I'm saying? But I do not believe in this SNAC shit if it's gonna, but then again, you know, maybe she's fighting at the weight she should be fighting at. So I don't know how much is it that she's just in her right division or how much of it is that SNAC shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's something we really need to find out. He said Claressa would have been too fast for she's too skilled. Layla was skilled, but she wasn't skilled on the level of she was long. She had a nice jab. She had a nice 1-2, but nah, she wasn't on the level of Claressa. Claressa got that male skill set. You know, she got that male skill set. You know, so she had 2 KOs. Now everyone's acting like it's because she wasn't at heavyweight. Wait a minute. He said she had 2 KOs. Now everyone acting like it's only because she wasn't at heavyweight. Boy, niggas don't let nothing slide. He said greatest wigs of all time. Oh, Charles says catch crypto, more power in your punches when you don't have to cut weight. And that's true. That is true. But we just don't know where the line is. He said, "Poor those women Claressa beat have part-time jobs." Like, let me get the hell up. Oh, man. Yeah, hey, y'all not going to disrespect the GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? Y'all come on this motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? And y'all looking for ways to discount what the GWOAT has done. She has became WBC Heavyweight Champion. Y'all want to chop that down. You know what I'm saying? So that nobody can tell them to goddamn work. You know what I'm saying? They could have did exactly what everybody else has done. Sacrifice. Go find you a sponsor. Nobody tell them to be out there mug mashing. You know, so find you a female that's gonna help support your lifestyle. You got to know how to hustle. You know what I'm saying? Nobody tell them to go become taxi cab drivers and having part-time job. Boxing is a full-time thing. You know, so especially when you talk about moving up the ranks. And the girl was able to become a WBC champion. You know what I'm saying? Even if she had a part-time job cooking with Frank, you know what I'm saying? She was able to become WBC champion. Shit. You know, it is what it is, you know. He says, Charles, name one person that had 2 KOs and went up 3 weight classes and become a big puncher. That's why she's so great, Cash. Though. Name one person. You name one person. God damn it, ain't nobody done that shit. Ain't nobody done that shit. God damn it. She's the only person to do it. That's another category. That's another stat that we can make that makes her the GWOAT. God damn it. That makes her the GWOAT. Says I went to her fight at in 02. Said I laughed when they didn't know GT. Didn't know GT. John Davis was training her. Okay. I mean, I didn't really. I thought, isn't that her fiance? I think that's her fiance or something. You know what I'm saying? I don't really get into a personal life like that, but I do see the dude, you know what I'm saying, like when she was beating up that troll girl that came in there, and the dude, I think that's John Davis, if I'm not mistaken, that was separating her and everything and kind of coaching all along. So she didn't cut any weight. Cool. You know what I'm saying? So that was the catalyst to the power. You know what I'm saying? But that's what I wanted to talk about today is the power, man. It's like the power was unreal. You know, she leaned into her punches, man. It was just different than when she was at middleweight. Different when she was at super middleweight. It was different. You know, the power was different. He says Bud knocked Errol down. Second round, he says Devin knocked Regis down second round. Says Claressa knocked out homegirl second round. Y'all crazy. Y'all got to lead the SNAC narrative along, man. He says, we know what you're doing, Pull. Salute to you, man. Oh, hey, man. Hey, but we can't prove it, y'all. I mean, I hear what you're saying. I do. I really do. I hear what you're saying about the SNAC thing. I hear what you're saying. But this is, I mean, because it's so dramatic. The power increase is just is different. You know what I'm saying? So we could say SNAC, but we can't prove it. So what can we do? All things in the building. Smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. He says, I off everything she did until she got with Victor Conte, period. We can't give Victor Conte all the glory. You know what I'm saying? She had to go out there. Victor Conte cannot go out there in the ring. You know what I'm saying? We did not know what Vanessa was going to bring that night. Man, I think she was just nervous and she left herself open. I mean, even without SNAC, you know what I'm saying, Claressa was going to beat her ass. She just didn't have the skill set. You know what I'm saying? She came over there with that little weird bullshit, trying to push Claressa to the ropes, and she wasn't guarding her grill. And she got Falumaloon. You know what I'm saying? Can y'all not accept that? All things, yeah, bro. You know, she got Falumaloon. You know, did y'all see it? I mean, it's like nothing about SNAC, you know what I'm saying? Left her open, you know what I'm saying? She was open and she got hit, boom, went down. It was ugly. You know what I'm saying? It was ugly. Said Chris looked real powerful at that weight. Yeah, she looked big as shit. You know what I'm saying? She looked big as shit. You know, I mean, strong, and she was moving very well. He says GT is Gerald Tucker, say Mayweather old trainer and ex-boxer John John Davis. That that wasn't that Crusher. I think that was the Crusher coach, right? John Davis Jackson. I think that was the Crusher coach. So who was teaching her to sit down on her punches. Yeah, I think John. Yeah, I remember him. You know, so that's a weird ass dude too. He said she's one of the best women of all time. She she's tainted now because of Victor Conte. Can we just give her a clean compliment? Can we give her a clean compliment? I mean, okay, Victor Conte stained, you know, say, but we have to prove it, man. We have to prove that shit now. We got to wait to see, you know what I'm saying, if some orange shit start leaking out our ass or something. You know what I'm saying? We got to definitely see if something, we need some proof. She says, definitely got raised an eyebrow at the OK pal. And I ain't for the lie. I said it in the live stream before. I said, man, if she goes out there and we see something like that we just saw, um, you know, it's like, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy work right there. The way she knocked her out, like she been knocking motherfuckers out. Like, you know, we saw Manny Pacquiao. Y'all remember how we saw Manny Pacquiao? And he would just go through one division to the next, knocking out motherfuckers the way Oscar was drained. He was definitely drained. But Cotto, the way Pacquiao knocked out Cotto and shit, I mean, just fucking battering these motherfuckers like he's the big dog. Like he's coming from 180 and sucking down or something. You know, he was coming up from them tic tac divisions, but his power was just too much. So, you know, it kind of makes you think now, you know, it's like, come on, man, there's something going on, something happening, you know, something's happening. So he says, yeah, he said, I can't prove undetected shit, but so that means we supposed to fake and act like we don't know. No, not me. Now, I'm just saying you can only take it so far, Cash Crypto. That's all I'm saying. You know, we can't really, you know, say that that's what it is, even though we suspect that's what it is. But we can only take that shit so far, you know. But as far as her accomplishments, man, where do y'all put? And I'm asking the whole chat here, where do you put Claressa Shields? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I mean, more. Can we call her like? I mean, like the greatest, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, how many male boxers done what she's done? Just asking a question. How many male boxers has got the accomplishments of what she got? Or do we just say, you know, because she was on the women's side, that's the only reason why that was she was able to do that? because I don't see Crawford. Well, Crawford might be able to go to this heavyweight division that we have now. Is weak as hell. Crawford probably could go to goddamn heavyweight and knock out Anthony Joshua. He probably could go up there and knock out some of them summer bitches because they sorry as hell up there. We don't have no Lennox Lewis's, and we don't have no Reddick Bowes and no more. We don't have, heavyweights of that caliber, Michael Dokes, or we don't have those Joe Frazier's, no George Foreman's, no, they don't have that kind of skill up there anymore, So it's like these guys now. Usyk got a little skill, but he don't really have power or nothing like that for a big ass dude. That the way he is, and then he's got age on him, and so some of these guys can go up there and beat some of these damn heavyweights because of the skill set, the skill level. So I'm looking at Claressa. I'm just like, damn, man, nobody's coming close to reaching the accolades. That she's achieving right now. Now you had Roy Jones Jr. who moved up, and but he never got undisputed. Even though I think he could have went for it and could have got it, but it's not a path that he chose. Floyd could have done the same thing, but Floyd was never interested in becoming undisputed. But I do think that's an accolade that was within reach for him. So certain people just don't want the shit. Certain people just want certain things. They want different division championships, and they don't care about, because it's just too much politics to try to get the belts together. Got to go through too many promotional companies, have to make too much concessions, to try to beat the politics of boxing to become undisputed. So that's probably why that didn't happen back then, because you had some guys who were with Top Rank, some guys who had to go through Golden Boy to fight a Golden Boy fighter, that kind of thing. And it all depends on what your relationship was like with them. You said Cooking with Frank says Cooking with Frank says we drag Bug, we get drag. I know it, bro. I ain't dragging shit. Claressa Shields didn't wait. She didn't wait years and shit and then try to put it off on the opponent. She didn't wait years and then try to make it look like the opponent was trying to duck her and all this shit. So y'all cut out a lot of shit when y'all compare these things. He says we really talking two different sports. She ain't a male boxer. Female boxing is a whole separate sport. Oh my God. Really? I mean, y'all really gonna do the GWOAT like this here, man. Y'all gonna do the GWOAT like this here. Y'all ain't gonna give her the same the same respect as you give the male boxers, man. Come on, man. He says Bud can't go to heavyweight. Said dude like Benavidez at light heavyweight will mop him easily. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, that's something that, that's up to Bud. I don't think he wants a challenge with David Benavidez, because the money that he's looking for is going to have to be with somebody like a Canelo. He's willing to take that risk and duck out gracefully, win or lose. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he wants that shit that David's going to bring. David's going to bring that heat. David ain't coming out there bullshitting for the money, putting on a show for the money. So David coming out there to beat your ass, and that's all that is. So, he's not just gonna go out there and, try to put on a little show. Your back hit the ropes. I hit you a couple of times. So I hit you in the middle of the ring a couple of times, and then we go split this check. Now David coming for blood. So I don't think he's interested in no shit like that. He says, you seen that UK bum from put Claressa on her back, can compare women boxing to men. Okay, so I guess that's a no for you, Cash Crypto. DOG says Usyk be holding back to get rematches. You really think so? Said because I didn't think he was holding back when Daniel what's his name, Daniel Dubois dropped his ass, and they talk about it was below the belt. It's like, the nigga, that should have been you up out of there. He said, all SNAC aside, said she's a history maker in American boxing. That's what I say. But I don't want to downplay her shit. I just wonder we just doing that because she's a female. You know what I'm saying? And I acknowledge all my biases, so that's why y'all fuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna tell you, goddamn it, I know when I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I'm gonna let you know that I'm wrong. Goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? So y'all saw them goddamn hips and shit, and that's your goddamn problem. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ignore the goddamn hips and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all fucked up like that. So it says, Anthony Steele said, he says, as much as I love her accomplishments as women and men boxing, it's two different sports. However, she will stand amongst the greatest women boxers. You don't think she is the greatest woman boxer, though? Can we argue that? Can we say she is the greatest female boxer? Because I think we can give her that easily, don't you think? You know what I'm saying? I think we can give her that, But she's to the point now where she probably want to challenge a man, you know what I'm saying? And, maybe James Jamal or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? She can probably she can you need okay. All right. So hold on. Hold on. Y'all give me a second. My dang Aunt Lee called. Let me give me a second, y'all. All right. I don't know why my auntie want to call me at this time. Anyway, I do believe I hear what y'all saying. I do hear what y'all saying, but can we say that Claressa Shields is the best female boxer? You know what I'm saying? I think we should be able to give her that easily. Even with the SNAC stuff, without it, you know, I think that she got enough skill to do what she's doing, except for maybe the power. Says Crawford, Charles Young said Crawford power much better in the fight, like how like how it was against Spence. Or I'm going to say he took a Conte cocktail. And this is something interesting, man. We got to. I don't know how we can find out. You know what I'm saying about this whole SNAC program because it's just so mysterious that people, but look like it has to work over time. You know what I'm saying? Like because Crawford when he went to SNAC, he went like I think he was with SNAC with like maybe 3 or 4 years. You know what I'm saying when he had started with SNAC, and I think he had been preparing for Errol Spence Jr. at that time. I don't know why Errol I'm thinking that the crashes that Earl went through, you know what I'm saying? It had a lot more damage than we realized. Nobody really wanted to believe that shit because he went out there and defeated Danny Garcia, and they said he was like 80% of himself during that Danny Garcia fight, and you could see how he was struggling to get through that fight, but he was still putting on this dominant performance. And then, of course, when he fought Ugas, so he got caught with some shots that I was surprised to see him get caught with. He got caught flush and he kept getting caught with the same shot. Plus, he was taking some punishment to the body, and it was just like, damn, you know what I'm saying? It was just kind of wild, you know what I'm saying? Seeing him in decline. I think he was going into decline then, but we just didn't know what we were looking at because we didn't know what he was going through. Cataracts in the eye injury. He just started racking up injuries. Um, so, you know, shit, you know, these guys, man, they come to power fast, but then they decline fast due to all the punishment. Keith Thurman, he had what, maybe 3 good fights at the top of his game, and then he just fucking fell apart. You know, so he can't even make it through a damn training camp without injuring himself. Now, it look like EJ is going to be the same way. But these guys fought the best at the time that they were at the peak. So, you know what I'm saying? No arguments here. You know, it don't matter when a fighter goes out, you know, long as they give us their best. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what these guys have done. Now, Claressa, you know, we don't know when she's gonna, you know, because she's in her prime right now, 29 years old. Got some heavyweights up there that she can fight. How she's gonna fare in the heavyweight division. If she's punching the way she is punching right now, nobody's gonna be able to fuck with her. What's going on, Charles? What's happening, bro? Charles, can you hear me? Charles, can you hear me? Hello? You on?
Hey, Paul, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Oh, nothing much. Can we give Claressa the greatest American female boxer that ever laced up the gloves? Can we give her that?
Yes, and I'm gonna be biased because I'm actually from Detroit, so it was on fire. She had the whole city on fire last night.
Yes, she did, man. I think she reached a new plateau of stardom last night, don't you think?
Yeah, and I want to tell everybody this on the comments, like what y'all saw on TV, like how she got that first knockdown. Man, her hands is much quicker in person. It was faster in person. Like all I saw was that right hook. I didn't see the other. It happened so fast. But I think we should go ahead and give it to her though.
Mm-hmm.
Might as
What's the
well.
date?
I
Oh,
don't see nobody else. Like people gotta understand. She won a gold medal twice. Her amateur record is 64-1, and the one loss she had was against Savannah Marshall, and she got her rematch back against Savannah already. I mean, who can really beat her?
well, you know, she's in the heavyweight division now, so
Yeah.
that's a whole nother you know, the heavyweight division, you know, one punch can change the fight. So I think it's gonna be more exciting fights coming her way. I think she's gonna make more money at the heavyweight division just because
Mm-hmm.
you got some women that got heavy hands up there. We talk about big women that can punch you out, and I think she's gonna do well at that division. All things said, I don't think she should box against a man, any man, in my opinion. I think she could fight against Paula Malignaggi. She should bring do like a Billie King type who was in tennis and she played like this retired old
Mm-hmm.
tennis player guy. You know what I'm saying? And she dusted his ass off. And you know, of course, she was an active tennis player at the time. And
Mm-hmm.
I think she should get Paula Malignaggi up there because if she get hit, it wouldn't mean shit.
And
Wouldn't
you
do
know what,
shit.
too, Paul? People got to remember. I think that this MMA is helping out too, as far as her taking shots. Because with
Hmm.
MMA, you almost getting hit with bare hand, and I think her doing that MMA is going to help her a lot as far as like her chin and everything else since she's moved up.
Hmm. Yeah, you know, she's a tough girl, man, you know, but I don't think she could fuck with anybody active. You know what I'm saying? No male actively
Oh no,
fighting.
no.
Says Cash Crypto says, I'm not going to pretend this girl wasn't waiting on a KO forever like Devin. So you telling me if Devin goes to super middleweight, he's gonna be knocking motherfuckers out.
No, I'll tell you what's wrong with Devin. Devin got the basic SNAC membership, so he only get the low bottom shelf supplements. He got to pay a
Hmm.
little bit more money to get. So, oh yeah, Pooh. What I was saying in my comments didn't sound right. I didn't type it right. I was saying that Crawford better be hitting in this fight like how he was hitting in the Spence fight, or I'm gonna
Hmm.
just say that he took a Conti cocktail against Spence.
Well, the problem with it is all along I've been saying, like as you get older and you pass that 35 mark, even though, what I'm saying, every fighter's, saying their bodies, what I'm saying, is different. You shouldn't be, fighting like you're 20, what I'm saying, when
Hmm.
you're at 37. And I'm just saying this is just common sense. Even Floyd fought different, what I'm saying, even though he was still sharp, he was still quick, but than most because he is athletic. But look how he works out. What I'm saying? He works out like Bruce Lee. You know what I'm saying? That's all he does is stay in the gym. And what I'm saying, Crawford seemed like he's kind of like that too, where he
Hmm.
stays in the gym. Shakur, these kind of fighters are special. But at the same time, what I'm saying, it's like, damn, what I'm saying? I don't see too much of a loss of step for Crawford. I don't see too much, even though he's not moving quite like he did but he was lighter at 140. So you're gonna move a lot quicker when you got less weight on you.
Right.
But to see him, saying move like he's like 20 something and shit, saying loud, hey, he got a little help, something going on. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I've seen Roy Jones Jr., I've seen other fighters that was top fighters. I seen Ali what he looked like after 30. I seen what
Hmm.
Sugar Ray Leonard looked like when they turned 33. Just at 33, Ray Leonard wasn't the same. But
Yeah.
of course, Crawford didn't take the punishment that those guys took either. So it's a lot
Hmm.
of variables to look at, and so you can't like really pinpoint and say that it's a snack cocktail because Crawford is a special motherfucker. He don't
Yeah.
drink, he don't smoke, he don't. All he do is what he do. You know what I'm saying? He
Very
boxed.
clean lifestyle.
So maybe he is more like a Floyd as
Mm.
far as mentality, you know what I'm saying? And it helped
Hmm.
preserve his. Then he didn't fight all the top guys, which is why he gets so much pushback. He didn't fight all the dudes that Spence fought, which puts wear and tear on you.
Yeah.
Um, one of the reason why, one of the reasons why um, Sugar Ray Leonard fought Marvin Hagler is because he fought that because Marvin Hagler fought John the Beast Mugabe, and it was such a hard. He took so many shots in that fight. He thought that Marvin wasn't going to be the same. That's why he took that fight.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, he would have never took that Marvin Hagler fight if he wouldn't have fought John the Beast. If y'all think I'm bullshitting, go watch the fight. And Ray was in the crowd watching everything closely, and Marvin took some fucking shots. He took some hellified shots in that fight, and Ray would say, "Okay, I can fight this guy now. He done got beaten down a little bit." And fighters, see, I hate when fighters do shit like that. Fight the guy when he's at the top of his game. But if you won't dare do that, don't try to catch him on the end of his career. That's why people look at you. That's why they look at these fighters want full credit for when they go in there and fight. Because you're not
Hmm.
fighting these guys when they're at the top of their game. You know what I'm saying? When they're calling you out, that's when you go. Call out, when they're ready, when Tank ready, you know what I'm saying? And he's out there and he's fighting his best, coming off wins. That's when you fight the top guys. Don't fight these guys when they 17 months off and trying to catch them, in between fat camps and shit like that. That's what makes boxing suck. You know what I'm saying? We want to see two fine-tuned athletes, what I'm saying, with no excuses, what I'm saying, and go in there at the top of their game, what I'm saying, and fight. Don't be talking about, uh he been running from me and shit like that, and the shit ain't real. That's fake as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Spitz ain't duck nobody. He ain't freeze nobody out.
Mm.
PBC ain't try to. I be seeing that shit on some of the comments on boxing scene and forums, different forums. The guys be coming out. Oh, I lost respect when Spence tried to freeze him out. I was like, bro.
And you know what, Paul? Did you see that Terrence Crawford interview with Andre Ward?
Mm-hmm.
I'm so
Mm-hmm.
glad that he cleared the air with that,
Mm-hmm.
because he said on the interview, like, Spence, he like, me and Spence made the fight, and basically he said if it wasn't for Spence, they would have never had the fight. He said
But
Spence
see,
went against the grain.
that don't mean shit to these bud buddies. fans, they don't see that this man held true to the game, even though he probably knew that he wasn't up for the task, because I heard Spence many times say he's not the same. And I'm just like, what the fuck is he talking about? I'm not the same. And people, that just skate by people. People's just like, okay, this is the same Spence, right? But when you fight the Danny Garcias, when you go through Sean Porter, who used 6 trainers to push him to the limits to give Errol Spence Jr. his first loss. He didn't fight these guys at that time. Crawford didn't fight these guys when he had that kind of will. When he fought a Kell Brook in England, who was strong as shit, not the weak Kell Brook that was, trying to find his identity. He fought these guys when they were champions, and that fucked him up. He might have fought them too soon, and he just willed himself to a win. Yeah. And that killed him, squeezing down to 147. You know what I'm saying? And he willed himself to a win. That's probably all he had.
You know what I realized, Paul? The Danny Garcia, I was so hyped up off Spence coming back from the Danny Garcia fight. I didn't pay attention then, but Spence was supposed to retire, honestly. And then even the Ugas fight, we were so hyped off of that, but I went back and paid attention, and Spence should have retired. It's a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like when Crawford took that David Benavidez fight, I feel like Spence should have just went to 154 and said, hey, I told y'all I couldn't make the weight, Spence, Crawford going somewhere else, so if you still want to fight, he can meet me at 154. I really wish he would have did that.
But at the same time, he's still coming out. See, even with the Kell Brook win, he was coming off a 9-month layoff. Yeah. This is my problem. He's always coming off a layoff. He always had to squeeze down to that weight. And it's like that wasn't healthy for him in the long run. In the long run. He stayed at that weight too long. You know what I'm saying? Look how Mikael Rivera looked at 135. Look how Devin Haney looked against Lomachenko. He almost lost that fight. You know what I'm saying? Because you can't stay at those weights. You got to move up. But that's neither here nor there. Crawford won the fight. He did what he did to get the W. Now, what we need to figure out, do Spence have anything left? Because this Fundora fight is not going to be a walk in the park for him. Fundora is an active fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He just beat Tim Tszyu. He's coming off a win. He has confidence. He don't look at Spence as the old Spence. You know what I'm saying? He look at Spence as somebody that can be beat. Even Danny Garcia now is talking about he want his revenge because now they think Spence is food now.
And you know what, Paul? Spence, in order for me to see that he's gonna have to go back to the basics. For one, he's gonna have to go get physical therapy. He never went to get that physical therapy from that car accident. He needs to get that. Go back to Blu-ray. I know Blu-ray had you doing too many push-ups, but you can talk to Blu-ray to the point where he can make something up for you now that you're older to where it's not too much on you. But he needs to go back to the basics. But the main part is who's gonna be his trainer.
Oh man, I know they were talking about. It was rumors that Bozy Ennis, but then it was like, no, Roy Jones. I'm like, please don't make, please don't make Roy Jones this nigga here. It's like, no. I would like to see him go to Ronnie Shields or Virgil Horner, or somebody who a basic, somebody who somebody who's solid all the way around. Yeah. And then again, that might not be enough because we don't know how bad Spence got it. We just don't know how broken down he is, if he's broken down at all. Yeah. Because I think they postponed the fight Fundora to November, I believe. And because he's got to find a trainer. We don't know.
Layoff, man.
But constantly he keep trying to come back and go straight to somebody who's active without a tune-up. So that's his thing. So it says Devin got that SNAC membership, basic membership.
Oh, that's what I was saying.
He got that basic membership. There's no competition in women boxing, period. You know what I'm saying? There's some competition, but they just got to promote. The promotion on the women's side is sucks, man. This shit kind of reminds me of like them old Rocky movies where motherfuckers got a towel and a locker, and they got some basic things in there, and it's like they don't have a professional setup for these women to get their names out there. You know, it just don't seem as organized as the male side. You know, it says Cash Crypto said we all know people that cut weight because they have problems hurting bigger people. So all of a sudden motherfuckers got amnesia. Nah, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, I think Spence started out at 54 and
Yeah.
then he came down to 147. I don't know what it is because I think he almost knocked out that guy. He fought at 54, so I don't know why he went down to 147. I don't know. I don't know what it was, but I know he's an accumulative punching type person. He's not a one knockout artist.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you could tell he got a lot of dog. And Floyd Mayweather told a motherfucker a long time ago he can't keep fighting like that. He can't keep fighting like that. You
Yeah.
know, so eventually you're gonna wear down. You got to box. And Spence, he don't like to box. He can box, but he don't like it. He says, Real D Lee says, y'all ready for Bud to be great August 3rd? Because he will be. Hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Whatever we see in the ring, that's what it's gonna be. He said he did a pre-camp. He did a pre-camp for Madrimov, and he's in full bloom. I think he said he's been in camp for like 6 weeks or something like that.
Mm.
And during the interview, he had an interview with Andre Ward because Ward been training with him too.
Mhm.
So he's really taking his Madrimov shit seriously. So you know, you could tell that Bud is a student of the game. Like he takes boxing very seriously. So you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be interesting. I think Bud would beat him anyway because I don't think this dude is all that. Even though people say that, you know what I'm saying, he's some kind of monster or some shit. They're trying to make him out to be like he's some kind of monster, but we'll see.
Hey, Paul, let me tell you something, man. It's going to be this Madronov guys. He's going to get some early rounds, but it's not going to be hard for Crawford. Israel got too much muscle on him. He's going to be too slow, and you know Crawford is a counter puncher. And when I was watching a video of Bud shadow boxing, and he was working on his speed, counter, IQ. Is going to be no match. Israel will have no match. He'll get some early rounds, but I can see Crawford getting him out of there in like 7.
Well, the problem is Crawford can adapt because of his athletic ability and because of his boxing IQ and because of his style. He can adapt, man. You know what I'm saying? He's definitely good at adapting. And it's like when it gets to a point in the fight where none of that leaping forward shit works, I just don't know what Madronov got in his tools to be able to you know what I'm saying, to be able to make his adjustments. What can he do to adjust to Crawford? You know what I'm saying? Besides hitting him on the chin and getting to that chin, you know what I'm saying? Because I think you can knock out Crawford. You can knock him out, but you know, Crawford is good with the feet. He's good. He's good with protecting himself. You know what I'm saying? He's fast. You know what I'm saying? He do have underrated defense. And it would take an exceptional athlete, you know what I'm saying, to be able to time this dude, you know. And
That's
get
the
his ass
thing. You
back.
got to get there before Crawford does. That was the main thing with Spence. Like that's why if you notice, like every time Spence got knocked down, he had a confused look on his face because like the stuff that Crawford was throwing, he was throwing in the middle of like Spence throwing his stuff, so Spence never saw it. So that's why every time Spence hit the ground, he just had that confused look on his face because Crawford was just too fast to the point Crawford was like throwing shots that he couldn't even see.
Yeah, you know, where he should have known that he needed timing because Crawford is faster than him. Everybody knew that. He knew that if everybody in the boxing circles knew that Crawford is faster, he should have known just by experience that he's going to have to use his timing and not, you know what I'm saying, not be able to try to outspeed this guy. You know what I'm saying? That's just a given. So I don't know what the hell was on Derek James' mind. You know what I'm saying? I was thinking he was just going to try to press him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe take one to give one type situation and get on the inside and get his shit in and try to slow him down. But Crawford is just another thing about Crawford is he punching combination. Things that people don't take into consideration is that he throws in combination, he throws with power in combination. So you can't sit up there and let Crawford get off combinations on you. You know what I'm saying? Because he's going to debilitate you over time. You know, he get a couple of good combinations in there on you, then you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And then he got speed. The speed is adding to the power, and then your confidence is starting to sap. So, you know, you got to be smart when you face Crawford. I don't think Madronov has that kind of speed. I don't think he has that kind of timing. He's awkward, but once Crawford see him shuffle to the right, he know he's coming. You know, he'll fake it sometimes. He'll fake a little bit sometimes, you know, but I think over time he's going to get tired of doing that little fake step that he does and then come leaping in. And I think that's when Crawford going to balloon his ass. You know, all that jumping forward shit. He's going to stop that shit real quick once he get countered. Pretty good. He's going to, then I want to see what he's going to adjust, how he's going to adjust once he get tired of leaping in and shit. He said Sugar Ray is the greatest American boxing history if we're going by accolades combined with attributes. You know,
you mean I'll give it to Sugar Ray Robinson. Is our greatest American.
Well, I can only go by what they say about Sugar Ray Robinson. But some of the things they said that dude did before they had the cameras on him was amazing. I had to listen to Burt Sugar talk about that shit, and some of the shit they said he was like the Roy Jones Jr. of his time. They said shit that the speed and combinations that he was throwing. They said that shit was different, man. And you know, as he got older and started showing the film on him, you know, saying, you know, you could barely catch up with his combinations he was throwing. The dude was he was bad, motherfucker. I wish I could.
You know what else too, Paul? He had a fight at light heavyweight, and they said that he was winning on the cars, but they had to stop the fight because of heat exhaustion. It was so hot outside, but they said that he was winning that fight, but based on his heat exhaustion, they had to stop the fight, and he ended up like losing because they had to stop the fight because of his heat exhaustion. So, and that's back when he was still like a welterweight. So for him to just go up like that and still dominate, I mean, of course, you know, stuff was a little bit more free back then. So, but I ain't saying he did anything, but that's a bit leap. But that just goes to show you how good he was back then.
Yeah, and he would fight your ass in the pocket too, which was crazy. He would fight you in the pocket, which was crazy. He says, Paul, he can't hurt no guys, but he can still hurt a woman. Come on now. Hey, I don't know. Paulie went to that bare knuckle shit and got Falumalo. You know what I'm saying? This is Haney versus Shield. Oh my God. All things. Man, come on, man. Y'all, come on. Stop.
Man, Haney's still good, man.
He says we're not going to see another performance like that from Bud. You know, I'm there, man. I think it's next Saturday, y'all, and I definitely want to be all up in there watching Bud versus Madronov. That's going to be the shit right there, because they done hyped this shit up so good. He says, I'm sorry, but men fighting women is a non-starter. That people will ponder anything. Well, I mean, you know, there's no females right now giving Claressa Shields any problems. So sometimes, you know, for a fighter to reach, you know, saying her full potential, you know, saying on that side, you start pondering those kind of things. You know, what dude could she be? You know what I'm saying? Not saying that this should be something that should go on in boxing, but you know, you're gonna think about it. You know, say how good is she? You know what I'm saying? Can she beat a dude? You know what I'm saying? Not that it should happen, but you know, I mean, it's something to think about. You know, could she beat a Paula Malignaggi? You know, I'm talking about the weakest dude, not the strongest. He says, Mike Rhythm, salute. What's happening, bro? He says, y'all seen Derek James grab Bud's glove? Yeah, I saw that. And give it a look. He said, and if you look at the clip of that fight and clearly see Bud gloves were manipulated, said Bud had SNAC and sneaky shit. You know what I'm saying? I do believe something went down we don't know about.
You know what, Paul? I don't think everybody remember, but I'm gonna refresh that memory. I remember when Spence won against Ugas, right? and you did a video where you did like, you know, a few clips from Spence, and you was, and one thing you called out was him lunging when he jabbed, and I remember you saying in that video like he got to fix that or it's gonna be, or Crawford gonna catch on to it. And then in the first round, I saw him doing that, and I was like, what have they been working on? And as soon as he got knocked down that second round, I knew it was coming because he kept lunging when he jabbed in. And I was like, Poole told him in that video not to do that.
Right, because you know it's a tell. Anytime you got a boxer that smart as Crawford, and he's a counterpuncher, he's looking for things that you do over and over. And one thing we know about Spence is that he does, you know, he always comes behind the jab, right? He always lunges behind the jab, all the way too much so. We saw Ugas take advantage of that. And I'm pretty sure they saw that too. We saw Ugas take advantage of that. I was like, bro, you're gonna have to switch that up. You know what I'm saying? So, and I saw when Bud was practicing, he was throwing that little short punch on the inside. So when Spence does his little lunge thing, he was gonna engage. You know, saying he was gonna use that punch to back him up. And I just don't understand why they didn't study this shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I could see it, shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like they should be able to see it.
Yeah.
This is on top of Errol being at welterweight too long. I think that was his biggest problem, because you know he's thinking that his size and strength was going to be able to carry the day, but Bud was a lot stronger than he thought. He was stronger than Errol that night. He says Bud definitely masterminded that whole situation. I think so too. You know what I'm saying? He was all over that shit. And I think EJ just wasn't taking it. He doesn't prepare well for fights. He think his athletic ability, his size is going to win the day, and his willpower. And I just think he underestimated, you know what I'm saying, preparing, you know what I'm saying, maybe using Blu-ray, maybe, you know, preparing a lot better physically for the fight, you know what I'm saying, and his skills. I don't know what the hell Derek James was preparing for, but you know what I'm saying, it just seemed like he need another trainer to advance his skills. He says, remember that tweet he made about being the puppet master? Yeah, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? He said, I think we may see the best of Spence if he retires. It's still man down. Of course.
Oh yeah, he's still my favorite fighter.
I mean, you know, for these guys that come in here trolling, they act like their favorite fighter is never going to lose. That is rare in boxing. And you know, you could tell when people are not used to being in the boxing era, you know what I'm saying, watching boxing or being around boxing, because I've seen Muhammad Ali lose, I've seen Frazier lose, I've seen George Foreman lose, I've seen Mike Tyson lose, I've seen every fighter lose except for Floyd. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford ain't no Floyd. It's just that he's cherry picking. You know what I'm saying? Different fighters who he can beat. So if he fought everybody, you would see a loss on his record. When you see somebody who is undefeated, they haven't fought everybody they should have fought. And that's just what it is. Nobody escapes boxing unscathed. You know what I'm saying? Nobody.
And everybody has a number. Everybody has a number.
Somebody can beat you out there. But if you don't fight them, then you know, say you can get out of here unscathed. He said, I hope he looks good his next fight, though. Me too. You know what I'm saying? But it's good to see a fighter fight them all, though. You know, win or lose, it's good to see a fighter, you know, go out there and try your best. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes your best ain't good enough. That's just what it is. We've seen some of the greats, you know what I'm saying, went out there with a good game plan. It just got caught. You know what I'm saying? Just got caught. You know, like we seen Terry Norris, you know what I'm saying, who was a bad motherfucker when he was young, but he fought Julian Jackson, and Julian Jackson was way slower. I mean, Terry Norris was so fast with the combinations, his footwork. He was looking like Bud Crawford out there, but he lingered on the ropes too long and got volume. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes that's how boxing goes, you know. Terry Norris, you know what I'm saying, he beat Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I'm saying, when he was 32 or 33, somewhere up in there. So it happens. It happens, y'all. You know, you can't say these guys are bums. They fighting the best out there. You know what I'm saying? So one loss doesn't mean anything. Yeah. And see, they so used to watching Floyd, and you know, they so used to watching guys go with these incredible records. You know what I'm saying? Even Roy Jones Jr. lost, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? And he was definitely one of the most dominant middleweights, middleweight, super middleweights ever. Even went up to heavyweight and got him one. But when it came to the decline, you know what I'm saying? He started getting Falumaloom. Does that mean he wasn't great? You know what I'm saying? That shit don't mean nothing. You say, as long as you keep fighting and you keep fighting top guys, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna, like his coach says you can't make everybody miss, Roy. You can't make everybody miss. And that was damn for sure. He says, Corey, I hope you meant Sugar Ray Robson instead of Sugar Ray Leonard. And of course, what's going on, Clarence, in the building? No Duck Zone podcast. What's going on? Salute to you, my brother. What's happening? You know what I'm saying? Y'all check out Clarence. He be on Instagram too. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing over. Let's see. He says, Bud beat Errol and everyone forgot. We seen Bud struggle against weaker competition many times. And the problem is, you know, some people fight up to their competition level. We saw Evander Holyfield. He would look like trash against lesser competition. And some fighters they can't get motivated unless it's a big name. Look at Tio. Tio, you know, when it comes to lesser competition, he look like shit. But then when it comes to the big, he brings out his best. You know, when he fought Josh Taylor, when he fought, you know, fights I thought he was going to lose, he ended up fighting, doing some of his best boxing. You know, he lost against Cambosos. You know what I'm saying? So some guys, these guys can't get motivated. You know, you see Loma. Loma said he can't get motivated to beat Tank Davis. Now I don't know if that's he understands that. But still, do you know what it takes to be the motherfucker in his prime that's feeling himself?
Yeah.
You got to be able to match that energy. And if you ain't feeling it, don't get your ass in the ring. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get the intensity, you know what I'm saying, get the motivation to match his fire, his spirit, you know what I'm saying, don't get your ass in the ring. I'm glad Loma did that, because if he wouldn't have, it would have been worse. He would have got in there, he probably would have got knocked out the goddamn ring.
Oh yeah,
I want to see somebody who's up for the fight. And see, I'm pretty sure he ducked out this fight so Shakur could take something out of Tank. You know what I'm saying? He want to see Tank get worn down some. You know what I'm saying? He don't want to fight a Tank that's ready for him. You know what I'm saying? Loma's smart. You know what I'm saying? You know, as long as you don't take an L in the ring, that motherfucker never beat you. You see what I'm saying? As long as you don't face him right now while that nigga ready for you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, he never beat you in the ring. So he say, I'm not motivated. Okay, well, go get motivated then. Wait, so fight Shakur. Let Shakur take some shit at you. Maybe if Shakur beats you, I don't have to face him. You know what I'm saying? It's that type shit. So these niggas be on some sneaky, they be on some strategy shit. So, you know, Loma he's nowhere near what Tank is. He's nowhere near what Shakur is at the age of 36. Now, Loma is a bad motherfucker. Yes, he is. You know what I'm saying? I think he just miscalculated on a lot of his fights with like Tio. You know, he started too late. Tio lost confidence in that fight by the end of that fight. I do believe if Loma would have started early, he could have beat Teofimo Lopez, but he was so weary of that power. And it'll be the same with Tank. He'll have to start late, because until he understands where those angles coming from, and then when he gets hit in the chest by Tank and he feel that power, he's gonna be bouncing around and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not gonna come in on Tank like that. You know what I'm saying?
Loma is old now too, so he ain't moving the same either.
He don't want to face
so yeah, Tank. He ain't trying to take that last nap.
Tank got that. He's got that. He could take a shot from you and give you his shot, and that's a problem for Loma. You know, because he could take Loma punch, but Loma can't take his punch, and that's what he gonna do all night if he have to. You know what I'm saying? You know, that little weak shit Loma be throwing, and he's gonna keep him off his front foot. You know what I'm saying? Because once, you know, Loma's no good as long as he's pedaling backwards. You know, he got to do that matrix shit You know what I'm saying? If he can't cross over to your right side and all that shit and try to hit you set up an angle and shit, and take a shot like that just so he can bust your ass in the rib. You know, so
Yeah.
I understand why Lone was like, I got to look at his shit. I got to go back and really study him. I got to go back and study Tank. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get on some SNAC. Maybe the next time we see Loma, he'll be with SNAC. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's going to be a good fight. He said, I agree, Cash Crypto said the recent bias is strong. You know what I'm saying? He said Cash Crypto and Errol looked real off that fight too. He sure did. He just didn't look like himself. He said if Manjanov is anything like Me Machine, he's going to be a problem for Bud. Well, shit, Me Machine couldn't finish, man. Me Machine is not creative, and he kept trying to hit him with the same goddamn shot. It's like, bro, that's not gonna work. You know, he couldn't keep up. He couldn't keep up the energy and the pace. Once you hit a motherfucker, you got to get your shit in. And Bud kept posing on him like you know, bending over and posturing and shit. And Me Machine wasn't sure if he was bluffing or not. You know what I'm saying? So he bluffed his way through that barrage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and plus, you know, motherfucker dangerous too. Once you hurt him, that's when motherfucker get real dangerous, especially Crawford. He said, upset alert. Oh my goodness, man. People really believe Andronov is going to do his thing.
He ain't got enough experience either.
Well, I would be shocked. I would be shocked as hell if Mandronov, you know what I'm saying, do his thing and go in there and Falumaloon Crawford, man, he is going to be a star overnight. He's going to be a star. He would shock the world. You know what I'm saying? I would definitely watch him and support him too, because I talked a lot of shit about him, nobody knowing who he is, and you know, getting the belt at 154. Because that division, you know, ever since Jamel dropped off, man, that division's still been hot. He says, what would be the purpose of Claressa fighting men? I said, why are y'all stuck on that? It's like, I don't understand the generation. It's like, I mean, if we pose a question and it's not doable, it's not doable. But if there was a man, right, that she could fight, who would that be? You know what I'm saying? And this is just some hyper, you know what I'm saying? It's just a fantasy thing, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you know, she don't have to fight a dude, obviously. You know what I'm saying? So why are we stuck on that shit? It's like she don't have to fight no man. You know what I'm saying? But that's just something that I believe that's in her mind, that she do believe that she could be a man. You know what I'm saying? So who would that man be? It definitely can't be no damn Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Keith Thurman would fucking play with her. Just, you know, but I do believe he would get embarrassed at some points in the fight. Do we want to see Claressa fight dudes? No. But you know what I'm saying? Hypothetically, you know, who could she be? Hypothetically, you know, I don't want to see the GWOAT fight no dude, but we can't even say hypothetically, you know what I'm saying, who she could be. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just not a non-factor, you know what I'm saying? He says, the BS Bam Bam Rodriguez would beat the dog shit out of Claressa. Yeah, of course. He said there's no point in her fighting any guys, period. You know what I'm saying? Yet we understand this. This goes without saying, y'all. Come on now. It's like stop being simps and shit. Stop being simps and acting like somebody trying to push Claressa to fight a dude. That's not what we're doing. We're just saying hypothetically, who could she be? God damn. It's like y'all want to be knights in shining armor so goddamn bad. It's like nobody is saying that the GWOAT got to fight a man. It's like stop doing that. But hypothetically, who could she be? You know, probably not. That's why I said somebody retired or something. You know, so not no active fighter. You know, Bam Bam is an active dude, man. You know, them little dudes can throw a lot of punches too, and they strong as shit. So, you know what I'm saying? But just, you know, hypothetically, you know what I'm saying, who could she be on the man's side? You know, I mean, that'd be interesting.
I can't even think about. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's different.
Yeah, because of the man's strength, because of the biological.
Yeah, you can't put
You
no
don't you
one
don't
thing.
think you don't think she could get Paula Malignaggi? You don't think she could probably? You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking of the weakest dudes I could think of
I
right
think
now
she'll
off the
get
top of my
Paulie.
head. I think she could beat Polly too.
Yeah.
I think she could be. It'll be tough. That probably be her last fight or something like that, because Polly would be hurting her. But I don't think he'll be hurting her the way he would hurt a man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
I think she could take his shots, but you know, Polly's been out for a second too, but he don't
Yeah.
have no power.
Yeah, he
It'll be
never
interesting.
did.
It'll be interesting, but somebody that weak, he's probably about the weakest puncher I can think of, um, and a small guy too. Like, he is. Y'all know he is. Y'all know Polly can't punch his way out of a wet paper bag. Y'all know that shit. So, but he's smart. He's quick. You know what I'm saying? She may not be able to hit him. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? If he got back in shape, I don't know. That. But like I said, it's just hypothetical. We're just having fun. Nobody wants to see the GWOAT go in there and fight Mike Tyson, like Jake Paul, or anything like that. Now, I think Layla Ali was talking about. They was trying to build up a Layla Ali versus Claressa Shields type of situation. But then it died down. I think a couple of times they tried to talk about that.
Yeah.
But I think Layla just way she's my age and shit. So she way too old. She done had kids and shit. And I just
She
don't think that's a good. Yeah. Claressa is an active fighter. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that fight could go down. You know what I'm saying? Interesting though. Interesting. But look like our boy David Benavidez look like he's gonna stay at light heavyweight. Um, I thought he was gonna go back down to 168. But if you really think about it, Canelo was never gonna give him the fight, so he'd just be wasting his time. But if he did, he might as well fight David Morrell Jr. He might as well move on with his career. And I think David Morrell Jr. is a really 50-50 fight for David Benavidez. David
yeah.
Morrell Jr. can fight. He's more athletic than David. He's quick. He's got power. He's the same. He's about the damn same size as
Mm-hmm.
David. They damn near look like twins and shit. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So that would be a
David
fucking good
Morrell
fight.
went up to 175 and he fight on the Terrence Bell Crawford card.
So
Yeah,
that'd be a hell of a fight right there. David power really don't translate to he never had like a whole lot of power, but when he was hitting that guy, what was his name? Grovic. He was hitting, man. Grovic was taking them shits, man.
yeah.
He was taking them shots from David. They were fucking him up, but shit, that dude was taking that shit, and he was solid. So his power at 175 is not as dangerous as it is in 168. It's not as debilitating. So, he gonna catch a lot of hell at light heavyweight.
I know he was
think.
saying he wanted another. I know he said he wanted the winner of Bivol and Betterby, but I think he need another fight at 175 before he fight one of them.
Yeah, because that one guy he didn't do a lot of damage.
Yeah,
even though he connected a lot, he didn't do a lot of damage. But somebody was saying that David was on some shit too. Somebody was saying David was on some shit. There's a lot of rumors going out about all this cheating shit about PEDs, and somebody said David was doing some shit because he's looking really small and lean right now, and he's able to throw them shots. But he's always throwing shots like that.
You know what, but
I'm
you know
interested.
what, Paul? I think the technology
Mhm.
is getting better with these steroids, man, to where they can take it and it's out your system before they test you. I ain't saying that he
But we
did
got
that, but
Mario Burris was on SNAC and said, wait a minute, Mario Burris was on SNAC and we seen what Tank did to him. He said SNAC don't save you from generational power. Hey man, them bars, them bars. Cash crypto, them bars, But I think SNAC works over a period of time. I don't think it's something. I don't think it's like where you inject shit and then you like, or you eat spinach and all of a sudden you got power like Popeye. I think over a course of time, I think it builds up, and you know, along with you working with the different stages, I think over a course of time, I think that's when SNAC kicks in. Because I'm looking at Crawford, and I'm just looking at how long ago he got with SNAC, and gradually, you know, what I'm saying his power start to build up, you know, what I'm saying to the point where it is now. But with this pre-camp that he's done, I think this is going to help him clear, you know, that bar that where he needs to be to separate from Madronov. I think he's
Mm.
going to have that extra stamina, that extra power that he needs. You know, having that pre-camp and really studying this guy because he's really awkward. So I don't think he's going to be able to get that power shot off he needs to knock out Crawford. You know,
Yeah.
Crawford's going to be moving. He needs that extra time, that extra stamina. You know, what I'm saying, to be able to study this guy. And I think that's what that pre-camp was all about. You know. I think that's what
Yeah.
that was all about. He says, "What weight class, man, would she fight?" Um, well, I don't know. Like I said, you know, like I said, I wouldn't even worry about the weight class. I would think about the male boxer would have to be able to meet her wherever, you know, she wants to fight. And I'm talking about retired fighters. I'm not talking about active fighters. You know, so somebody like a, and that's the only person I can really think of right now is Paula Malignaggi. I'll have to do some research to think, you know, who could she get away with fighting? Um, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, you look at Jake Paul. Jake Paul has made millions off of fighting retired dudes who's been away from the game for years. She's just fighting MMA fighters. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Carissa, she could do an exhibition. With somebody, you know what I'm saying, that she, you know, and just see how it goes, you know. And me and the boxer who wants to make some money could fight, you know what I'm saying? Maybe it'd be like a 3 round deal or something.
I
Or,
wonder would they let that happen
you
though.
know,
You know what I mean?
no, no, they wouldn't because it'd be too much. It'd be too political, you know.
Mhm.
They would have to get somebody who half dead. They would have to get a man that's half dead and shit. Somebody who got no testosterone working no more. You know what I'm saying? The nigga don't get hard for nothing. You know what I'm
You
saying? It
know who
would
they
have to
should
be
get
somebody
for?
who's mm,
Me. I'll go in there for a check. I'll go in there for a
man,
check and get knocked out the first
they would
round.
arrest your ass. They'll arrest your ass because soon as she knock your ass down and your face fall on her damn ass and shit, they'll fucking hit your ass up. You'll be trying to aim your face so you fall on her damn ass
Be
and shit.
clenching her. Be
They'll fucking
clenching.
uh, be grabbing her ass and shit when you clench her and shit. Like, what is he doing? It's like, what the hell is this? You know what I'm saying? It's like, beat me some more, baby. Beat me some more. It says David working with Memo seems suspicious because he's like another content. Oh, so I've just heard the rumors about David on some shit. And they're just right now, nowadays, it's just like you can't put nothing past nobody. That's one of my favorite fighters, David Benavidez. But to compete at this high level, man, these dudes are cutting corners. I'm not putting that on him right now, but um, you know, if he go out there, let's say he fights Arthur Beterbiev. Let's say he goes out there and he Falumaloons Arthur Beterbiev. You don't tell me that everybody in this chat be like, nah, man, that nigga, hell no. If David Benavidez, who is an accumulative puncher, goes out there and Falumaloons Arthur Beterbiev or he Falumaloons Dimitri Bivol, you know what I'm saying? People gonna look at him and say, no, bro,
Yeah,
no.
they're gonna drug test him.
But like you say, the technology has gotten so good. The technology has gotten so damn good nowadays. You can't detect that shit. They
Yeah.
changing molecules up in that shit. They changing the recipe. And if it can just push a couple of things for you, that's all they need. They don't need the whole solution. You know what I'm saying? If they could change a couple of molecules in there for it to give you some different side effects. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, you know, say everything got ass leakage or something, you know what I'm saying, for these side effects. So it would just give you that, but you get more muscle and you get more speed and explosiveness, you know. Shit, motherfuckers just make that sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? And go in there and they just, you know, they'll be able to beat the person in front of them, but you won't be able to detect the drug in your system. You know what I'm saying? It's just unfortunate that we're not going to be able to 100% get the PEDs out of boxing. You know, it's just not going to happen. I think 2 Cents said it herself. You know, I think PEDs and boxing go together. They might as well just legalize the shit. Let everybody use what they want, like Ryan Garcia say, and that way, let the best man win. That way, everybody's on a even playing field. You know, just legalize the shit. You know, just like marijuana. You know, so just legalize the shit. Let everybody get in where they fit in, and whoever's, you know, trained the best. You know what I'm saying? Just at least we have some better fights, right? We have some exciting ass fights if they allowed steroids into boxing, even though we'll have probably more deaths and stuff in boxing. Probably have more deaths, you know, if we legalize PEDs. Probably have more deaths. You know, it'll be bad. He says Jose Senior fired me more. He said he fired me more. Okay, so Jose. Okay, so Jose Senior fired. Hopefully he don't go to, you know, spill his guts and shit. Like, you know, get that nigga some kind of shake with some shit in it. You know what I'm saying? Or try, you know what I'm saying? Try to sabotage his career. You know, but that's a good move for David to go at like heavyweight. But I think he's going to have to acclimate himself. You know, and he's going to have to pick up the fight count too, because nobody really know him like that. He's going to have to fight at least 3 times a year.
Yep.
But he's already at the top. So the next 2 fights, you know, I would say the next 3 fights should be David Morrell Jr. Then he can go to Bivol. Then he can go to Arthur Beterbiev. But Arthur Beterbiev is, you know, he is postponing fights. You know what I'm saying? I think they're trying to get his cocktail together because he tested irregular on a test. You know, say he had an irregular test. But shit, he's damn near 40 years old. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what I'm talking about, man. You know, I know Bernard Hopkins fought till he was like 50. But that's a rare thing. That's rare that anybody could fight up to that age. And then the middleweight division was so trash. You know what I'm saying? You know, he was able to last for that long. You know, so you know, it's not that big of a deal. You know, if you don't have the talent, you know, that experience will take you a long way. You know, you saw when George Foreman was able to come and get a belt after all those years of inactivity. You know, he beat Michael Moore, you know what I'm saying, just by experience, you know what I'm saying, because George Foreman fought a slew of experienced fighters. Ali, you know what I'm saying, he fought Frazier, he fought what's that guy name that knocked out what's his name, Teeth. He fought some guys, man, that was highly skilled. So it helped him in his comeback. So George Foreman showed you, you know what I'm saying, it could be done. You know what I'm saying, he showed you shit could be done.
And his chin and his power never died out during his age.
Well, he's a big motherfucker, man. He's a big, strong guy. Plus, he got power. He really messed Michael Moore up mentally. He says a regular test for testosterone and a HGH and HGH at 40 means you cheating. They let him get off that. Let him get off on that shit. Of course, like I said. There's a segment that's allowed to cheat. Canelo is allowed to cheat, while everybody else got to play by the rules. I'm talking about politically and fighting wise. You know what I'm saying? It's like he gets to do what the hell he want to do. He gets to skip fighters, jump over fighters, and shit like that, just because he got a contract where he can secure, and he's got a fan base that's loyal to him. You know what I'm saying? Black people ain't loyal to shit. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a damn. You know, so we ain't loyal to shit. We the only people that want to see fair shit in boxing. You know, we so goddamn fair. You know what I'm saying? We would shoot our own selves in the foot just to be fair and unbiased. You know, so while everybody else is biased as hell. You know what I'm saying? But they call everybody else biased. They're gonna call us biased. You know what I'm saying? But they biased as hell. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Canelo fighting Berlanga, which is one of the most horrible fights in boxing history.
Terrible.
You know?
He's tailor made for Canelo.
Yeah,
He ain't
well,
got
I
no
mean,
defense.
he's not even an elite fighter like that. So how does he hops over David Benavidez? You know what I'm saying? How does he hop over David Morrell, who were interim champions, you know what I'm saying, for that division? So oh no, fuck all that, man. I'm not fighting them dudes.
And you
So
know
they
what's
too
crazy,
good.
Paul? I think the
Hmm.
sanctioning bodies got something against David Benavidez because as soon as David Benavidez said that he was staying at 175 and he wanted the winner of Bivol and Better Beef, they stripped Canelo of the IBF.
Hmm. Because they're wondering how long the bullshit was gonna go. How long did he didn't have to honor, you know what I'm saying, these mandatories. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? How long he's gonna be above the law. So all this shit is bullshit. I mean, they stripped him. Either they would strip him or Canelo would have dropped it if it was somebody he didn't want to fight. It didn't matter to
Yeah.
Canelo. You know, the
Yeah.
belts don't matter to him. You know, I mean, you're not gonna make Canelo fight somebody he don't want to fight. So,
And
you
then
know, he
Canelo
don't.
had the nerve to say that David Benavidez never fought a champion. Fool, you got all the belts.
Right, right. Yeah, he says B Dog say the WBA did the same thing to Morale. To Morale, said as soon as he moved up, they made Belanga a mandatory. You know how insulting that is, bro? Why not make him and Belanga fight and then you see the difference? You know what I'm saying? David Morale Jr. would destroy Belanga. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Make him earn it. You know what I'm saying? Make him earn it. You know what I'm saying? Make Belanga fight David. Both of them. They are the two top guys. There should be no mandatories outside of those two guys. You know what I'm saying? And the WBC understand, all the sanctioning party understands what Canelo wants, and they know he don't want to fight none of them dudes. So they're too
Mm-hmm.
dangerous. So nobody wants to stop the money train.
Yep.
Nobody wants to stop the money train. And this is why boxing is sucking. You know, we see it at heavyweight. They don't want the face, you know what I'm saying, of certain fighters at that weight class. We saw when Usyk got knocked in the goddamn gut. That should have been it. You know what I'm saying? But they changed everything. Nope, nope, nope. You hit them low. It's like, come on, man. That's why I don't watch
Yep.
that shit. That's why I don't watch that shit. I can't take that shit seriously. Just like in football, when I seen them taking away touchdowns and shit, I was like, hell no. I don't even watch that shit. You know what I'm saying? They start changing, you know what I'm saying, the rules. And I was like, man, I'm not watching this shit, man. This shit is bullshit. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? What's
Calling.
the author? The weakest link. Hmm. Exactly. But getting back to our girl, man, she's at heavyweight. I'm looking forward to see. I got to check out this green chick they're talking about. See if she's going to be able to do anything. You know what I'm saying? At that weight class, maybe will she be able to become undisputed at
Mm,
that weight class? Let me see. Let me look up the. Let me see. Let me look up
I
the
think so. I don't think Green
women's
got
heavyweight.
nothing on her.
Women's heavyweight. Heavyweight. Let me see boxing. I'm just going to look up the rankings. Heavyweight boxing. Let me see. Let's see. Rankings.
And this can be a little thing that Claressa Shields can create to put some buzz in the women's division. Like, hey, if you think you the GOAT, come up and fight me.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Trying to find the WBO female rankings organization. Okay, that's just one. Okay. Damn, it's a lot of not rated. 1 through 10. Let's see. Okay, you say okay. Shia Green. Let's see. Okay, let me show y'all this. Let's see. I've never seen none of these people fight before. Let me pull it up. Let's see. Shadiza Green. Let's see. USA. Shadia Green, then Melinda Watpool, Canada. Let's see, Olivia Curry. Let's see, 160. Okay, who is the Shadia Green chick? Let's see, Shadia Green, boxer. Let me see, I've never heard of her, but you know, is she supposed to be all that? Shadia Green. Oh, 14 wins, 1 loss, 11 KOs. Age 34, 5'8". Let's see. Okay. She beat Franchon. Okay, that's the chick with the wig that came off. She beat Olivia Curry. Okay. Let's see. So y'all can't see that. Okay, this is who everybody calling out for the GWOAT to fight. Let me see. I'm sure she'll give her a shot. I'm surprised she wasn't at the damn fight. Let me see. Here we go. Now this is Shadaza Green. Y'all can see that. This is Shadaza Green. Now this is what people are starting to call for. A fight with this chick. And 14 win, 11 KOs. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. She's 34. She is a righty. Let's see, she's a righty. Ranked number 2. The Sweet Terminator. Really? They couldn't come up with nothing better than that. Now, she lost to Franchon. Okay, she lost to by unanimous decision. Okay, 2023, December 2023. So, but she beat number 3, Olivia Curry. Okay, let's see. Let me go to her Instagram, see what she's looking like. Go to her Instagram. Okay. Let's see. Shadiza Curry. Let's see. Shadiza Green. Let's see. Shadiza. Shadiza Green. Instagram. Man, she's in shape. Let me see. Instagram. Okay. Sweet Terminator. Okay, I'm on her Instagram right now. Let me see. This is my first time looking at this chick. Let's see. Can the GWOAT handle her? Oh shit. Wow. She look like she got some moves now. She look like she got some Said Green lost the Cruz in December. Okay, let's go back there. See what so she's not invincible, huh? And that's one clip of her. Let's see. She look aggressive as hell. And she walk like a dude. Yeah, this would be a tough one. This would be a tough one. I would love to see this fight. Yeah, she look like she might be a little trouble. I wouldn't mind seeing.
Yeah, it'll be a good scrap, but I think she too slow.
Fuck. Did y'all see that? That looked like some Ann Wolf shit. Did y'all see that? That punch?
Mm-hmm.
He Terminator.
She got a 71-inch arm reach.
Mm-mm. Come on now, don't freeze up on me. God damn it. There we go.
Like
Yeah,
she has some power.
I hope they don't they copyright me on this shit. Let's see. Oh man, that motherfucker ugly hair. Ooh,
Mm.
ooh, 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 oh, oh. Oh, she's still around. I thought she was gonna knock her ass out. Damn.
She might be a little slow,
Yeah. She
but I
big
want
too,
to see that
man.
fight.
She big.
That fight need to be in Vegas. I'm
Yeah,
surprised
this is
Turkey ain't talking about calling Shields and doing some Shields fights.
so this is who people are calling for.
Yeah.
Yeah, this gonna be a good one. Look like this gonna be because this chick here look like she's dead serious, man,
Mm-hmm.
about her skills and stuff, you know. But they tend to be older and you know what I'm saying, okay.
She 34. 34
Mm,
years old.
she gotta get that inside game right.
Mm-hmm.
Blocking. Oh yeah. Yeah, she might be just a tad slow. You know what I'm saying? Be able to
Mm-hmm.
catch the ball. But she's definitely aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Mean. Going to the body. Mm, mm, mm. Nah, she can't bang. She can't bang with this chick. But you never
Yeah.
know. Carissa fast. You never know. Carissa fast as shit.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I
It'll
should
be a
have
good
known.
fight. She might as well fight her.
Yeah, well, she that's what the people want to see. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think that I mean she'll start making some really good matchups, you know. Start making some really good matchups, making some good money at heavyweight. He says no
Yeah.
chance is Lauren Price would let's see. He says the only good next fight to make for the GWOAT. Yeah, well, I hopefully, you know, if she call out, Shields gonna accept that challenge, you know. He'll beat her. You know, we gotta see, man. That'll be good. Cause she's slow and old. She ain't that old though. She ain't that old. She ain't that old. No, says no chance Lauren Price will win her. But you know, I just want to come on and discuss. You know, let me ask you, what did you think of the fight, Charles? What do you think of the fight?
Talking about the
But you know,
Shields.
because it didn't last long, so it's what did you think of the entire fight?
Oh,
Well,
talking about the
first,
Shields
what did
fight.
you think this chick? Yeah, what did you think? Like other fight, you know, saying the 2 rounds that you did see, her being at heavyweight. I mean, how did you just take everything in? You know, like
Uh, Well, first, I just wanted to see how she would take the punches at heavyweight. But as you
Hmm.
can see, as you can see, she handled it well. She was sitting down on her punches too. I caught that. She was sitting down on all her punches. And it seemed like she was a lot more comfortable and she was okay with trading. So that first round when she kind of hurt her a little bit and they started trading a little bit, I was like, okay, she all good. After I saw that, I was just saying it's just a matter of what Claressa wants to do. Is she gonna take her time or is she gonna get her out of here? And she got her up out of there.
Now, for me, I was just stuck in the fill out shit. But I said, old girl, given her nature, she's gonna try to bum rush her, and that's what
Hmm.
she did. And that was the mistake she made. Not knowing what kind of punches Clarissa was gonna hit her ass with. And I was like, she just
Hmm.
went over there cold turkey, not feeling her out, not feeling a punch on her chin. Saying to see if she could take it. She just went over the cold turkey, like, fuck it, whatever you got. This is going to be what it's going to be. And that's what it was. You know what I'm saying? She went over there and got Falumaloom and stuff, trying to just, sometimes when you're scared and sometimes when you fear something, saying you just like, what was that guy that fought, that white guy that fought Tyson? He was scared as shit. And all he did was bum rush Tyson and got Falumaloom.
I forgot
I
his
think it's kind of the same thing when the moment's too big for you and you just want to go out there and you don't want to be embarrassed. You don't
name.
want to show your fear. So you just kind of bum rush the whole situation. I think that's what LePage did last night. I think she just
Hmm.
kind of,
Hmm.
Vanessa went ran across there and just, fuck it. I don't know. The moment was just a little bit too big for her, and she just tried to do what she knew how to do instead of thinking about what she was doing. And that fear just took over. She just couldn't think her way through the fight. And but Clarissa, having been here before, she was like, "You ain't bringing that weak ass shit up in here." You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I'm the fucking GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? And she separated herself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think she really believed that she deserved to be in the ring with Clarissa. Um, I think it was fake confidence. But if she fights somebody like a Khadijah Green, I think hopefully somebody like that will be the hand of the moment. That's
Yeah.
going to be a big thing moving forward. That Carissa's going to have to deal with. Her star power is going to instill a lot of fear in the fan power, fighting in front of more fans that they ever fought in front of, getting all this attention from different networks. That's gonna really hurt a lot of these fighters because once they get that limelight and people like get that attention and then they start asking them their opinions on everything. What do you think of Carissa? And how do you think you're gonna beat her? And they're not used to that kind of attention. All these press conferences where Carissa's talking about stomping their ass out. Um, they're not used to that. Old girl was quiet as hell at the conference. Um,
Yeah.
she was just like she was just overwhelmed by Carissa's confidence.
Yeah. I don't think she was used to all them lights
Mm,
like that.
that's what I'm saying. It's like just like 'cause Floyd used to always talk about that. He said you could win all day in training and sparring. He said, but when you get up under them lights, it's different. And I do believe it's different. Saying when you get in front of a lot of people to get
Yeah.
used to fighting like that and worried about if you're gonna get knocked out. Because if you're thinking about it in your head that you're going to go out here and get your ass whipped, guess what's going to happen? You're going to go out here and get knocked out, right? If you're
Yeah.
worried about it, you got to be thinking about what your strategy is. You got to think about, your defense. You got to think about what kind of punches you're going to start out with, what kind of feel out, distance control, all that, from your muscle memory and stuff like that. But if your head ain't connected to your body, shit, so you're going to go out there and you're gonna wash out. You know what I'm
And I
saying? And I
think and
think
I
that's
think and I think Shields knew that. That's why she played that
mm,
mental game. Talking crap, she came out to whoop that trick. She played a
mm,
mental game with her head too.
mm-hmm. Knowing she's not used to the big stage. So some of these athletes they know that. So Vanessa was overmatched coming in 7-1, the four fights since 2023 after being out of boxing for 6 years. And that's a good point. That's a good point. So she was primed for the taking. Some of these motherfuckers shouldn't be having belts. You know what I'm saying? Some of these people shouldn't be having belts. You got to earn the belt. You know, just because you can win, just like um, Anthony Joshua. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can beat some weak champions don't mean you should be a champion. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, once you get the belts, you don't want to start dodging people you think can beat you. You know what I'm saying? Because I think once you get the belt, you should be willing to fight any and everybody. And that's not what's happening now. You got you know, people who you got title holders who are getting the belts now. And you know, once these title holders get the belt, they don't want to fight nobody that can knock them off, you know, saying they square. So, you know, they playing dodge, you know, dodge with the titles. And you know, this girl here, she was just a title holder. And Claressa went in there for Lumaloom. So now Claressa gonna have to hold down heavyweight. Hopefully she don't try to come back down and try to defend. Yeah, hopefully she don't do that. 'Cause I think she's gonna hit that 30. She's about to hit 30 soon, and we already know them 30s are detrimental when you're trying to come back down. And fight, you know, at lower weight classes. But if she do take a L at heavyweight, it's going to be big news. You know, there's going to be a lot of people celebrating. Because there's a lot of people hating on the GWOAT. There's a lot of y'all niggas out there hating on the GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to see the GWOAT. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to see the GWOAT get all these accolades and be the best boxer in boxing history. But like, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want to see Claressa get it like that. But you know, it is what it is. But you know what I'm saying? I think, you know, we cooked pretty good for today. That's about all I got. And thank y'all for stopping through. And we'll be back on tomorrow. Yeah, we'll come back on tomorrow. I got 5 days off. And you know what I'm saying? We're gonna chop it up on that Terrence Crawford interview. And we're gonna go over that and talk about Terrence Crawford and what he had to say about making that fight. I don't know why Ward is sticking so close to Terrence Crawford camp. Maybe he's thinking about doing him an exhibition or two. I don't know. But we got Ward, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can find some Tank interviews and Calvin Ford interviews, maybe, if they're talking about signing the contract or what's going on with that. But definitely we're gonna talk about the I'm gonna put on that Bud Crawford interview where he's talking about how him and Spence made the fight and some of the things that went on behind the negotiations and stuff. So till tomorrow, you know what I'm saying, probably about the same time that it came on today, probably about 12 or 1. And, you know what I'm saying, we'll kick it again, you know what I'm saying? Once again, Full Kind of Boxing, and I'm out. Thank the 300 for coming through, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.